Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm your host, Dilly of Panic Gaming, and welcome back to a brand new video. And today we are doing Training Arena and For Honor, and I will be playing as Warden. Now, before you lose your shit, probably develop a freaking a diseased toe or something over the fact that I'm playing Warden. The only reason I'm playing Warden is I will explain here in a minute, and you guys will find out why. So basically, this video is going to start off, I'm just going to start off by saying Arena mode has finally been added, and I think it's pretty cool. It's a good way to train and figure out new movesets and just new kind of, play styles and whatnot. It's a really fun game mode. I enjoy it. I think it's something that, they've been looking for a while, and these maps that they have added are there for 1v1s and 2v2s permanently, so that's a good thing, of course. But anyway, guys, today our video is going to be about something called a backstory. Now, me and Trey have had this concept in For Honor where we would talk about our characters, our mains at the time, and we would give them a backstory, and we would write a backstory, and then we would have each other read it. And yeah, I know it sounds kind of gay or ganky or whatever you want to call it. But it actually was pretty interesting even writing these backstories and figuring them out. I always thought it was, something that only weird people who write comic books do. No, I'm kidding. Shout out to all the people who write comic books. Of course, Stan Lee, all them people, But alright, this is getting off topic. So we always thought, writing a backstory to a video game character would be kind of stupid until we tried it ourselves. And, For Honor is a very lore-rich game. Like, it's all about the lore. But one thing I've noticed is that for your base heroes, you don't really have any backstory or lore. Such as, Orochi, Shigoki, Kensei, Warden, PK. You don't really have too much information about, like, a backstory of, like, what a PK went through. And I know there's probably, I know in the For Honor story, and then not only that, everywhere else on this fucking game, there's probably going to be more than one Warden, or there's probably going to be more than one Lawbringer, meaning they all can't have the same backstory. But that's why we write our own backstories. And maybe I'll inspire you guys to write your own backstory for your main at the time. Well, we started doing this around the time I was playing Berserker. I already have a Berserker backstory kind of planned out, but this backstory I've always had in my head. It's always been this way, and it's always been for the Warden. And I haven't even decided like on what I'm gonna do for my Kensei, but just I'm gonna be a little biased towards Kensei, and we're gonna give him a little bit extra, all right. But that's him. We got a couple videos to go, and if you guys like this whole backstory video kind of thing, of course, let me know so I can continue to make these videos. If you guys remember back into like last summer sometime, if you guys think back to that, I had a thing going called the Hero series where I only did like 3 videos before like we decided on not continuing it. The Hero series was basically talking about each hero in a short little video and basically being like, hey, this hero usually comes from a person who's more aggressive in playstyle and this, that, and all that. This is that, but backstory. Okay, we're not gonna like go into topic on what kind of person you are or like who you are if you play Warden. We're just gonna give you a backstory for my Warden or my mains at least. So yeah. Like I said though, if you guys enjoy this, of course let me know. This is my personal like idea of my Warden's backstory. Just putting it out there, just so you guys don't lose your shit and be like, no, Warden's this, that, and the other. Well, that's your Warden, buddy. So, just saying, this is all my idea of what my Warden's backstory is. Alright, let's get right into it. I got a whole thing set out. Alright, here we go. On October 10th, a hero was born. But little did his family know he would later become a demon. Born and raised in the foothills of Mount Ignis in a place called Harrogate, Alexander, our hero, played with friends on the cliffside of Mount Ignis, when an Iron Legion soldier rode up on horseback, and a group of knights, of course, followed behind him and told the three boys that the Vikings had begun their raids again, and the Blackstone warlord, aka Apollyon, had issued a draft, and that the boys would have to join the Legion and train until combat age, usually being the age of 18, of course. The three were then escorted through the town and to each of their houses. When it came time for Alexander to tell his mother goodbye, his mother did not take the news well, and she tried to stab the lawbringer with a kitchen knife and failed. The lawbringer then proceeded to publicly execute the boy's mother, as all Alexander could do is watch while being escorted to the Iron Legion fortress. Cue the oof noise, please. Now. Alright. Where was I? Okay. Though, through the rest of the boy's youth, he trained and chose to forget about what happened to his mother, because he was taught by the Legion to hate their enemies more than anything else. So he had one focus: kill, kill, kill. He graduated from training camp at the age of 18 and begun his first campaign as warden against the Vikings. On the way to Gransgard, a Viking fort, flipping the page, he chatted with the two boys he grew up with, Philip and Andrew, about times when they were young. After the attack on Gransgard, the Iron Legion warlord ordered Alexander to take a force of 105 troops and Philip and Andrew to attack a nearby small Viking village. Alexander did as he was commanded and went to the village. When they arrived, the village seemed almost abandoned. Alexander gave Philip a handful of troops, and Andrew took a handful of troops, and Alexander told them to search the village. They, of course, obeyed. While the troops and Philip and Andrew were gone, Alexander heard someone crying. A female, but not young. Tears filled in his eyes as he realized it was his mother's voice. He runs to find it, and is in an absolute panic. He runs into a small shack, and there he finds an altar. He walks up to it and touches it, and as soon as he touches it, he suddenly is banished into a fiery place. He then wonders if he has died and gone to hell, as a big shadow moves towards him, and it finally reveals his face, and proclaims that it is a demon of the name of Astaroth, a demon king of Rot, and only he would be able to go back to the human realm if Alexander were to kill him. So Alexander prepares for the fight. The two slash at each other until one falls. Astaroth was killed and Alexander was sent back. When he returned, he didn't feel the same. He looked down at a puddle of water and screamed at the sight of his new face, the face of Astaroth. His screams called Philip, Andrew, and the 105 troops to his area, and upon arriving and seeing his new face, there was a loud gasping and a sound of panic in the crowd. Then the lawbringer that killed his mother walks up and says, "What the hell is going on here?" Then Alexander walks up to him and proceeds to execute him in front of everyone. Alexander then proclaims they need to start a new legion of their own because of the Blackstone and Iron Legion's corrupt ways. Philip, Andrew, and the 105 troops completely understand and obey. And one troop calls out from the crowd, "What should we call you, sir?" Alexander then responds, "Just call me Astaroth." Now this story I mean, honestly, it took me a while to write. There was a lot of planning that came into this story. There was like this whole big thing where I had to sit here for like literally about an hour and write a 3-page story. Ken says, I'm not gonna lie, it's about to have like 5 pages. All right. Now, I don't know how you guys felt about that. I know there was multiple times where you could probably hear me messing with the paper. There's probably multiple times where I've stuttered over my words. I'm not good at reading. Like I'm not gonna lie, I cannot read out loud and fully try to have people who are listening fully understand what I'm trying to say. You get the point. But honestly, I thought this was an interesting video. I thought it's something that maybe you guys would like to hear. Of course, let me know what you think in the comments. Absolutely, this channel wants change. We want to see something new. Which, by the way, speaking of new, I am downloading Rainbow Six Siege right now. That will be some new gameplay. I know Trey has done it before, but I'll incorporate that. I got Assassin's Creed Syndicate gameplay on the way. I got a bunch of other gameplay on the way. We're thinking about doing more Minecraft 1v1 videos, because I know you guys kind of liked them at the time, and they're not bad videos anyway. They're pretty funny. But yeah, just let me know what you guys think about this whole backstory thing, and if you guys do like it, the next person I'll do a backstory on is Berserker, because I already have kind of like a layout on what I could tell about him. But other than that, if you guys like this kind of thing, let me know. I'll make it a series to where the point I can do one on every hero in the game on, of course, my personal opinion and thought. And yeah. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And, of course, let me know if you would like to see, Alexander the Warden, or as he likes to be called now, Astaroth, return. Because if I get done with all these backstories, me being me, I get creative. I might write an ongoing story where all the characters meet up somehow and, like, try to change things for the better. You get the point. But just let me know if you want to find out more. Let me know if you want me to drop another video like this, of course. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Deuces.